Okay, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the middle of the week. May 2nd, 2018, Wednesday. A full day of streaming for me. Moving along with the variety of this week. You know, not trying to do too much of anything back-to-back to keep things moving, to keep things refreshing. Today it is God of War. Here on my first stream. Now, for those who are not aware, and who have not been following along with the playthrough, I am nearing the end of the game. From what I'm to understand, I got maybe 3 to 4 hours left of just story-based content. So if that's all I focus on, I will be beating God of War today. However, I have unlocked quite a lot of side content. In fact, I can now go to Niflheim, which is the other optional realm in the game. I can go and try to light the different torches on the lake. There's 4 more torches I can now light because I have all of the runes that you need to do that. I believe there are more dragons to free. I freed 2 dragons. I believe there's a 3rd optional dragon somewhere in the world for me to go out there and find. At this point, I now have the ability to destroy all the Yggdrasil dew, the blue vines, and the green rune puzzles. So I can pretty much do all the optional side content in the game. And I'm debating working on that because there are 3 more Valkyries, I want to say, that I haven't done yet. And I think I would like to definitely try to do all the Valkyrie fights in the game, considering I've done 5 of them so far. And the one that was at the end of Muspelheim was incredibly difficult, so I can't imagine that the rest are much harder. In fact, the others that I fought after her were much easier. So, I've got quite a lot to do. I think what we're going to do today, as we begin with God of War, is I will check out this Niflheim. I don't know if I'm going to go through the whole thing or not, but being that I already checked out Muspelheim and I saw what it was, I want to see what the new one is. I want to see what this new optional realm is. And then, maybe I'll move on and do some more side content. I don't know, because I believe that in order to get back to the side content, they're going to force me to go back to Midgard, but I know there's more stuff in Helheim I haven't done. There's a lot to do. There's just a lot of options, alright? And what I may be doing is asking some of you guys who have already played the game and have either gotten ahead of me or beaten me, or beaten the game before I did, for advice on what's meaningful, what should I do, what shouldn't I do, okay, and go from there. So today, 4 more hours of God of War. I hope that today's stream is as entertaining as Monday's was. People really enjoyed the variety on Monday where there was story, but it was balanced with Valkyrie fights and stuff like that. I'm hoping today between maybe more Valkyrie fights and side content and stuff, we can keep everyone entertained. Alright. Okay, so, that's the first stream. Later tonight, guys, keeping in line, again, with the idea of variety for this week, Call of Duty World War II returns tonight. I haven't played it in, I think, like 3 weeks. And I really did well when I played the game. However, they've changed it now. Apparently, they have patched the game and changed a lot of things about it. And I'm hearing a lot of differing opinions about the changes they've made. I heard that the game has infinite sprint now. So, really, you never need to walk. You can always sprint if you want to. Among other things. So, we're going to check that out tonight. A couple hours of Call of Duty multiplayer later tonight. And we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys are excited for that. Something very different, right? Tomorrow will be the conclusion of the Bloodborne Old Hunters DLC. I think. And when I say that, what I mean is, I don't know, because people have told me that the final boss of this DLC is the hardest, like, in all of From Software history. And I just kind of shake my head and I'm like, really? Is it really one of the hardest bosses ever from Software? If that's the case, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat it, you know? I'm certainly not one of the best From Software gamers of all time. So I guess we're going to see how that goes. But that's going to be tomorrow's main stream. Alright. And then tomorrow night will be more Yakuza 6. And then Friday, Ultra Street Fighter 2. A fun fighting game Friday for you guys. So I can stay, so I can keep the rust off. So I can stay in a mindset of classic Street Fighter. You know, we are fast approaching the release of the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection at the end of this month, and that's why I'm going to be trying to play Street Fighter at least once a week between now and then. And then Friday night, the return of PUBG. Alright, so that's what you can expect the next 3 days. Saturday will be my day off. Sunday will be directly determined by how things go. You know, how far am I in God of War? How far am I in Bloodborne. That will determine what I end up playing on Sunday. Now, next week, guys, undoubtedly next week, there's going to be ample opportunity for me to maybe start up a new game. And the reason being is because I'm going to be finishing up, more than likely, Bloodborne and God of War very soon. You know, God of War, if not this, I doubt this session, but maybe 2-3 more sessions for God of War before I finish it up. So I may be finishing it early next week. Bloodborne, I may finish tomorrow, or it may be like one more session too. So I'm looking for something that I can play, all right, that's not incredibly long, but something that would be fun and interesting for us to do until new releases start releasing, okay? And just to clarify, I am going to be taking some time off in the middle of May. I don't have the dates set in stone yet, but I should have the dates soon, all right? And once I do, I'll let you guys know. It's probably going to be either 2 or 3 days. I will not be live streaming back to back, all right? But what I'm going to do is that particular week, those will be my days off. You know how usually during a week I have a day off from streaming regardless. So one of those days will be my normal day off, and then I'll basically take like maybe 1-2 extra days to spend some time with my girlfriend, Kat. We have some ideas of things that we want to do around here that we haven't had a chance to do because we've been so busy with both of us with work. And so we're just going to kind of do some stuff together and have fun together for a few days and spend some significant time with each other, which we've been waiting for a long time to do. You know, since she's moved here, we've both been so damned busy. This will be our first opportunity to spend a few days together uninterrupted. Okay? So, that's coming up in May. All right? Mid-May. And taking a look at all the releases, the first new release for May is coming out on the 18th. And it is State of Decay 2. And that's if I buy the special edition. So if I pay 20 extra bucks, I can get the game like 4 days early. It'll allow me to play it over that weekend into the next week before other new releases like H1Z1, Detroit Become Human, and the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection start coming out. And I am leaning towards, excuse me, doing that. Paying a little bit of extra money to play it early so that way I can get further into it rather than, you know, be caught in the middle of a fun game and now all new releases come out and now I don't have time to play it or finish it. All right. So that being said, I'm going to need something to take me from next week until the 18th. Keep in mind, though, there's going to be probably 2 to 3 days there where I'm not working. So, or not streaming, I guess I should say. So, something that maybe, I don't know, anywhere between 10, 15 hours. So that way it could be maybe, you know, 3-4 streams. And, you know, I'm debating in my head what it could be. But definitely one of the things I'm strongly considering is Dead Space 2. And the reason being is, number one, I have not played an actual, like, horror-style game in a while. I mean, some people would argue Bloodborne is horror. I don't think so. I mean, is it creepy as fuck? Yes, but it's not necessarily horror, okay? Plus, you know, this is a game that I've been playing for a while now, so something different, right? Number two, I've always wanted to go back to Dead Space 2. That was a game I only played once ever. I really enjoyed it when I played it new, but keep in mind, that was right before I went direct capture. So the playthrough kind of looked crappy, sounded crappy. And you know, it kind of sucks because the Dead Space franchise has been gone for so long at this point that I miss it. I do, because Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 was a trilogy I really, really enjoyed. And the fact that it basically got completely killed by EA is a major pain in the dick. Because I really liked it. You know, a series from last generation of consoles that I really felt could have excelled and kept going, but instead EA killed it because they're a bunch of idiots. So I think I'd like to do Dead Space 2. Now, sadly, I got screwed. How did I get screwed? Well, guess what? So Dead Space 2 was a free for Games with Gold game, and I was waiting to download it because it was actually early April when I was first considering doing Dead Space 2, and people told me, well, don't do it yet because it's a free with Games with Gold game, you know, later this month. I was like, okay, so I'll just wait until it's free with Games with Gold, and I guess it was about halfway through April where people told me that it was a free game with Games with Gold. Okay, well, I got caught up. I got caught up with Bloodborne, and then I got caught up with God of War, and I never downloaded it. Last night, I go to get it. Oh, it's no longer free with Games with Gold. It was only free for 2 weeks. What? Only 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks. That's ridiculous. I thought it would at least be a month. You know, you think, oh, you have a subscription program. It's a monthly thing. 2 fucking weeks only. It was free. So basically, I got cheated, ripped off. It's really fucking stupid. It should still be free. It's not. So now if I want it, I gotta pay like $20. Now here's the thing. I'm not saying 100% I'm committing to Dead Space 2 yet. We still have about a week to decide. But if I don't do Dead Space 2, what else am I going to play? You know, what else is it going to be? What's going to be in place of it? Because again, I need a game that's going to be not relatively long. A game that could maybe be beaten in 3-4 sessions tops. Like I said, anywhere between maybe 10 to 15 hours long. And a game that is going to engage people and get people interested in coming out to the streams. I can't be playing a game that no one's going to care about, all right? Because this is going to be the main gameplay stream for at least several sessions until the new releases start hitting. I fully believe that once the new releases this month start hitting, it's not going to matter. People are going to be engaged and excited again. But the problem is actually getting to that point. I don't want to have a whole week of dead time in the middle of May. You know, 2-3 days where I'm not streaming because I have time off, and then I'm playing games that no one's watching. That would not be good. That would not be good at all. All right. So, that being said, I'm not sure what to do. And it's hilarious because every time I get a suggestion, it's something that, I don't know. Like, for example, Philitomancer in the stream chat right now literally just said, Ori and the Blind Forest. It's 12 hours tops and difficult. Audience likes that and a lot of fun. I did play Ori and the Blind Forest. When it was brand new, I played Ori and the Blind Forest. Guess what? No lie, within 1 session of playing it, people told me it was incredibly boring, it was a terrible game, and I shouldn't fucking play it because it's so boring. I'm not exaggerating. That's what happened, and I stopped playing it because no one was showing up. No one was showing up to stream. No one was watching the videos on YouTube. They said, play anything else. This is like watching grass grow. It's terrible. So, there you go. Yeah, that's the problem that I'm facing is, what could I do? What's a game, right, that I could play for anywhere from 10 to 15 hours, maybe 3-4 sessions, that'll take us during this downtime between, you know, me finishing up Bloodborne and God of War, but before State of Decay 2 releases, and that'll keep people excited and interested. I don't know. You know? I don't know what that's going to be. I hope that we can figure something out. I thought maybe Dead Space 2 is a good idea, but if anyone has a better suggestion, I'm all ears, all right? I'm all ears. Alright guys, so I have a lot of updates. Let's talk about all the updates. Number 1, my website, thekingofhate.com, is back. So for those who enjoy posting up on the forums, all probably 3 of you on stream right now, because I know my forums are not exactly the most popular thing, but for those of you who actually do enjoy posting on my forums, they are back, and they're running better than ever, because they're on brand new hardware now. That's what we actually did, is we had a big hardware upgrade over the weekend. And now that the hardware has been upgraded, now we can actually look to move toward possibly getting site upgrades. All right. And you're wondering, what does that mean? It means that there were some ideas that we had about things we could do with the website to make it better. In fact, I was asking a couple months ago about these ideas that we could implement. And so, you know, it's looking like we may implement some of these ideas. I don't know how quickly. I don't want to promise you guys anything, because every time I say something, it ends up being false. Like, for example, the website, I figured it would be back by Monday. And it wasn't, so I looked stupid. It took till last night to come back. So I ended up looking really dumb. But I guess that's par for the course, right? So anyway, I don't know, you know, when we're going to be able to do site improvements, but we already had people who were suggesting some great stuff, and I'm hoping that now, you know, now things have changed dramatically since the last time we even did a site update. I mean, the last time we updated the website, I wasn't even streaming on Twitch. Just think about how crazy that is, right? So, yeah, what we're hoping for is to get some stuff, maybe integration with Twitch and stuff. We'll see. But I'm hoping to make the website useful to you guys again. I know for a lot of people, it's like the website's the last thing I think of because all it is forums, okay? So we're going to try to fix that, all right? Number 2, if you guys check out my Twitch page today, you're going to notice something a lot different. My Twitch page has a completely different layout. And I want to say shout out to Fizzle, who actually was the person who redesigned all of the buttons for my channel. All right, very nice of him to do that. And he did it of his own, you know, his own desire. It wasn't like, oh, you know, I went and I special requested it. This guy basically thought that the Twitch channel looked pretty outdated, and he wanted to do something different. So he redesigned all the buttons for my Twitch channel. So if you take a look right now below my channel on my Twitch page, you'll see all the buttons are completely redesigned. They look nice and spiffy. And even you know, the rules have been abridged. You know, everything there is pretty good. And again, I want to say thank you to Fizzle for doing that out of your own, you know, your own goodwill and your own volition. It wasn't like I demanded that someone do it. This guy just did it out of his own niceness, and it was really nice because now the page looks a lot better in my opinion. So thank you to Fizzle. I hope you guys enjoy the better layout of you know, the Twitch page. It's very nice, okay? So I think that's it in regards for like technical updates and stuff like that. I will just say this before I get started with plugs and before I get started with shoutouts. Thank you guys so much. Recently, I'm not even exaggerating, I'd say probably the last week has been a really great streaming week. You guys have been coming out to the streams. You've been very supportive with cheer subs and tips. You've been watching the videos on YouTube when you can. It's been really good. Okay. And I'm happy for that because I had a whole week there during the release of God of War when honestly the streams were very bad. And I was very nervous that I don't know if it was like, gee, am I losing my groove? Is it that people aren't entertained by me anymore? Or is it really the subject matter that it's God of War and people didn't want to be spoiled? And if anything, the fact that people have come back in droves for everything. Ultra Street Fighter 2, Bloodborne, even the last God of War stream, PUBG, everything's been going good. So what that tells me is it's not me. It was just that people really didn't want to be spoiled on God of War. So that's cool. Because now we're back in business. You know what I mean? It's like we're back to business as usual. Things are going swimmingly, and I'm feeling confident again about the future. So very nice, okay? So thank you guys for that. You know, I'm very appreciative. I'm feeling very positive about the future. In particular, this month with so many new releases and everything coming out in the second half of the month. E3's right around the corner, you know. I'll be updating the gaming schedule soon because I'm sure there's a million new games with release dates that I haven't updated yet. But, yeah, I'm looking pretty excited for the future, and I hope you guys are too. You know, the streams are great. The streams are a great place to hang out, have fun, and just enjoy, you know, gameplay and you know, get some interactivity. It's really awesome. I love it. So I hope you guys do too, all right? All right. So now, very quickly, let's go through the plugs, and then let's get to shout-outs, because I actually have quite a lot of shout-outs to do here. People who cheered, subbed, and tipped overnight and also during the pre-stream. All right, let's see here. Thank you, P8 Blue. You just posted up a very positive message in the stream chat. I don't really even have time to read it all before it scrolls off the screen, but I just read it very quickly. Thank you very much for that positive reinforcement. I appreciate it. I really do. All right, so now it's time for the plugs segment, folks. The plugs segment. Are we all ready? All right, prepare yourselves. You know the rigmarole here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my streams. Thank you for watching my videos on YouTube. Thank you for all of your support. I'm very appreciative of all of it. There are ways, if you are an avid stream viewer and video watcher, for you to go above and beyond just watching the content. Ways that you can help me continue to do this full-time in the future. Allow me to go through some of those ways. The first would be my Patreon. You can check this out over at patreon.com/darksydephil, where your monthly pledges to my Patreon campaign allow me to directly continue to do this on a daily basis. The cost of this business to operate is very expensive because I have to do things like constantly be buying new games. The cost of electricity, the cost of business class internet is incredibly pricey. The cost of equipment that goes down all the time, including I just had to get a replacement hard drive A couple months ago, I had to get a replacement monitor. This stuff happens all the time, okay? So your Patreon pledges help out with that all the time. But the cool thing is, when you pledge to my Patreon, you earn yourself personal perks. You get something back depending on how much you actually pledge. For example, getting premium forum access, getting thank you shout outs in my videos on YouTube, being able to nominate and vote on games. In fact, starting this weekend, the people who pledged to my Patreon in April will be nominating and voting on games for the upcoming Patron's Choice playthrough event. So that's just one example of the, cool perks and power you can get. In addition, you can get your questions answered on my Q&A show. You can get a private Q&A video made. All the details are available over at patreon.com/darksydephil. So please give it a look. And thank you to everyone who has pledged. FYI, I actually just got my monthly, pledges process for April. And, goes right to the bills. Boom. It literally, I just this morning withdrew the funds, right to the bank account, right to bills. That's where it goes. Boom. So thank you guys. Number 2, there's my Teespring shop, where you can buy all kinds of fun branded merch, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs. Great quality stuff that I can personally attest to because I own a bunch of it myself. It's the higher quality shirts, not the El Cheapo ones that some people sell on the internet. And everything is good. The mug I use every single day. This mug I've now used, I just realized, a year. Because I actually started my Teespring in March of last year. And it took a couple weeks, for merchandise designs to come in. And I believe it was April. It was either April or early May of 2017 when I actually ordered this mug. And I've been using it for a year. Pretty cool. So, great quality stuff that I can personally attest to. Give it a look over at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. And anything you buy from the Teespring shop, I get a commission from, and it helps me out. So thank you guys very much for anyone who checks out the store or buys something. I am very appreciative of that. And I hope you enjoy your nice collectibles, swag, whatever you would like to call it. Okay? All right. And last but not least, guys, obviously if you're here live on the stream and you're enjoying yourself, you like the gameplay, you're having fun, and you want to get a shout out during the stream, there's 3 ways that you can do that. You can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, or you can tip me. All right? Now, some ground rules. If you want a shout out, there's a few ground rules you should follow. Number 1, please be as short-winded as possible. Use as least words as possible, as short-worded, because the more concise you are, the better the chance I'm going to give you a full shout-out, and it's going to be a pleasant experience. The bottom line is some people don't get it, and some people try to post up paragraphs and stuff, which obviously I'm doing a gameplay stream. Sorry that I can't put my controller down and read for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? In addition, please try to keep your messages positive. Please, no insults. Nothing negative about people. Please don't tell me about some other YouTuber or streamer who is insulting me or is stealing my content. This is not the time for that. If I'm here live on stream, I have one thing I need to focus on: the stream. Entertaining people, having fun with games, sharing those experiences, and interacting with the stream chat. It's not the time for negativity. All that stuff doesn't matter. All right? So please, keep it out of here. For a perfect example, last night we had someone who was constantly cheering about someone rebroadcasting my stream. I was like, what exactly would you like me to do? I am putting on a stream. There's nothing I can do about it. If you don't like that, then go complain about it. Go submit a complaint or whatever. I'm doing my own thing. I don't have time for this crap. The other day, people, oh, Phil, did you hear this YouTuber put you in a video? I don't care. This is not the place for that, We're here to have fun and hang out. And that's all this is about. And that's all I ever wanted to be about, okay? All right. So, that's how you can get a really cool shout out during the stream. Now, if you would like an on-screen pop-up visual notification, so visual as well as verbal recognition for any contribution you do, well then, you can get that. However, you will need to cheer either 50 bits or more, subscribe to the channel, and then wait a few minutes and click on the share button when it appears, or tip me $5 or more, okay? So, that's pretty cool, because then if you do any of those 3 things, an on-screen animation will pop up. That is really nicely designed. Great stuff. And, you know, it's fun. It keeps the stream interactive and moving. It's a way to get credit for anything you contribute, all right? Now, a couple of things I have to talk about. First of all, subs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new month. You may not realize this. It's a new month, all right? It is the month of May. And special thanks to a stream viewer who gave me this idea a couple days ago. I kind of took it and spun it in my own way to make it a more refined idea. And I first announced this yesterday, but I'll announce it again today. The subs goal for this month, guys, is 475 subscribers on the channel, all right? Right now, we're, I think, 440, so we're really close to hitting it. We're only about 30, 35 away, and we can hit this goal, all right? If we get 475 subs at any time during the course of May, I'm going to be doing a special challenge event. I've never done anything like this before. It's the first of its kind, and I hope that you guys will get excited for it. Because even though it is within my realm of forte, it is my realm of expertise when it comes to video games, it's also going to be probably one of the most difficult things I've ever attempted to do. All right. What's it going to be? It's going to be the Street Fighter Anniversary Master Run Challenge. Okay, sounds intriguing, right? So allow me to explain. I will do a 7 to 8 hour gaming marathon with maybe 1 or 2 breaks in between. What will this marathon be? Well, as you guys know, later this month, there is the release of the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection for modern consoles. This collection includes versions of every one of the classic Street Fighter games from the 1990s, including the original Street Fighter game, which really isn't even much of a fighting game. It's more of a button masher, okay? Then Street Fighter 2, and every iteration, all 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, all 3 versions of Street Fighter Alpha, and all 3 versions of Street Fighter 3. Okay? Pretty crazy. And pretty fun. Because that's a lot of content for one collection. Now, that being said, I will be playing the 4 versions of that game that are enabled for online play online. And I'll be doing many videos, kind of doing tutorial stuff for you guys, but also kind of, you know, doing lots of challenge runs and stuff online. It's going to be a lot of fun. But, what I want to do for this special event is a 7 to 8 hour gaming marathon where I will take on the AI in the arcade modes of these games at hardest difficulty, starting with Street Fighter 2. Reason being, the original Street Fighter isn't, again, it's not really a fighting game. It's pretty much a button masher that was meant to just attract people to mash buttons. To give you some example, the original Street Fighter game only had 2 buttons, and they were giant red glowing buttons that literally, if you hit them harder, you would get a harder attack. The game was meant to be a game where you like smash the joystick and punch the buttons. I mean, it really can't even get special moves consistently in the original Street Fighter, so I don't want to include it in this event because it's really not much of a fighting game. It really wasn't until Street Fighter 2 where the fighting games really picked up and became more serious. So, starting with Street Fighter 2, I'll be playing every version of Street Fighter, trying to beat the hardest level AI, alright, in a challenge run. So that means 11 games. There's 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, 3 versions of Alpha, and 3 versions of Street Fighter 3. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. You know, it's very difficult. The AI in those games cheats like crazy. Alright? What it does, just so you understand, it reads your input, it sees what you've done, and then immediately will enter the thing that will beat it. So, for example, if you're Ryu, you'll go to throw a fireball, the game will see you're doing the fireball input, and as soon as it reads it, it will have Zangief walk forward 1 step and sweep you to counter hit you while you're doing the fireball and deal massive damage. And this is what the game does all the time. It's that broken of a game. Well, those games in general were that broken at highest difficulty. So it would be incredibly difficult to actually get through this event. All right. But I think it would be one of the most entertaining things I've ever done. There's going to be tons of salt, tons of rage, and that's what brings people to my content in a lot of ways. Plus, those who just love to see me play fighting games, if you're going to get to see me try to persevere in a very one-sided environment, all right? So, we will do this event if I hit 475 subs at any point during May. If you subscribe to the channel, not only are you going to be contributing, obviously, to that goal, but also you get access to all of my emotes, you get access to the Chat Crown badge for being a subscriber, and you won't have to watch advertisements when I run them, all right? So you get many benefits to being a subscriber, please consider subbing, especially if you like the daily streams, you want to see something really fun going on. You know, with this special challenge run event, something like I've never done before. I think you guys would really love it, and I certainly hope that we get to do it, all right? So please consider subbing, all right? Good. All right. Last but not least, guys, I mentioned tipping, and you may be wondering, how do I tip? Because I know that cheering and subbing is done through Twitch, but how do you tip in particular? So different process. Yes, it is. All right. Poached Beans, by the way, just asked how many subs till we can do this special event. I believe we're at 440. I'll double check. Hold on. $441. We're actually at 441 subs, so 34 more subscribers, and then we can do that special event. Okay. And now I'm being asked. I should remind everyone that if you get a Twitch Prime account, you get a free sub. I mean, I'm not going to sit here all day and tell you every method to subscribe to the channel. I'm pretty sure people can figure it out for themselves. But yeah, there is a method that you can get a free Twitch Prime sub if you subscribe to Twitch Prime, which is part of Amazon Prime, okay? All right. So, how do you tip? Well, guys, if you're live on the stream right now, if you actually look below my stream, as I mentioned, my whole Twitch channel is now streamlined and revamped. There's a button there that says Tips. All you need to do is click on it. It'll take you to my tips page, where you can either leave an anonymous tip or your name in a message if you want one of those shout-outs I have mentioned already on pre-stream. Now, if you don't see any of the grid of information, right, any of those new buttons or anything that I've mentioned, it's probably because you're on the mobile version of Twitch, and the mobile version of Twitch usually doesn't display it. If that's the case, you could just type !tip into the stream chat, all right? And all you need to do is do that, and it'll bring up the link in the stream chat, all right? And you can click on the link and go right to the tips page and do it that way as well. All right. Tips in particular right now would help me out a lot. Right now, I'm very tight on money because I paid my taxes last month and I don't get paid again until the 10th of this month. So the next week is going to be incredibly tight for me. So tips are preferred. If your preferred method of contribution I'd like to help fill out right now, tips would be preferred for the next week or so. FYI, guys. Okay? All right. Now, guys, it's time for shout-outs. It's time for shout-outs. You ready? So, first of all, thank you to many people who overnight contributed. Very nice that people keep me in mind when I am not live streaming. They still think of me, and they want to contribute, and so here we go. So, first of all, thank you to KStyles1998, who resubbed for the 17th month in a row. Thank you, KStyles, for the 17th month resub. Very much appreciated. Lincoln Simpson did a 500-bit cheer, and he says, I'm so hyped for your DLC run in Bloodborne. So glad you finally killed Ludwig, and you are playing through the rest of the awesome DLC. I'm watching your videos on YouTube and enjoying them so much. Well, I certainly hope that many of you who are fans of my From Software gameplay are satisfied with the Old Hunter's run. It certainly has not been easy, and there's certainly been a lot of deaths, but I've also been enjoying the DLC, and it's been a lot of fun. In particular, outside of Ludwig, I don't think any of the bosses have been very challenging at all. I don't know. The final boss, everyone's saying, is the hardest boss in From Software history. So I guess we'll see. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited for the conclusion, which is probably going to be tomorrow. All right? Okay. Shout out to Golden Colts, who did a 67-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. Woomy Girl cheered and said, Phil, I'll give you $1,500 if you play a 24-hour Splatfest with me. All I'll need to pay you is your routing number, PIN number, the last 4 digits of your social security number, and your mother's maiden name. Alrighty then. King Swag has cheered. He says the new Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer was great. Sarcasm. 2 minutes of cinematic bullshit. When will people finally get it through their heads that people just want gameplay and not garbage waste of time? Then he cheered again and said, the only cool thing about the movie or the game trailer is that they actually showed John Marston in it. Well, there you go. I have not seen it. Quite frankly, I don't even know if I will. I know the game's coming out. I know I'm going to want to play it. So I have no desire to watch a million trailers or whatever. Much like people screaming for me to play the Detroit Become Human demo when the game comes out in 3 weeks and I know I'm playing it already. I'm like, why do I need to play the demo? So, enjoy that trailer, guys. It's out there. If you haven't seen it yet, apparently it's live. Genetic Gamer did a 25-bit cheer and made a joke that is a meme about some other streamer that I'm not going to read because, as I told you guys, that's not part of what I do. I don't propagate negativity. So thank you for the cheer, but sorry, no shout out for you because you didn't listen to the rules. All right. Shout out to Baby Vampire, who did a 50-bit cheers, has played the new Donkey Kong on the Switch. It comes out Friday. It does? There's a new Donkey Kong game coming out on the Switch on Friday. Are you serious? I literally have not heard anything about this. So, how the mighty have fallen. I'm sorry, guys, but I had no idea. Not a single person told me until right now. And I was checking game release schedules and everything, too. Oh, okay. People are saying it's Tropical Freeze. It's a port from Wii U. Well, then that's why. It's not a new game. I played it already. I played Tropical Freeze when it was new on the Wii U. So there you go. All right. So yet again, the big hype release for the Switch this month is a re-release. How exciting. My Switch literally is sitting around. The only thing I play on it is Ultra Street Fighter 2. And once the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection comes out, I couldn't even tell you the next time I'm going to play something on the Switch. I don't think there's any games this year. Seriously, when is the next big release for the Switch? Does anyone know? And I'm serious, I'm asking the stream chat now. Does anyone know the next major release for Switch? Is there any this year? Because last year we had Zelda, which was a crossover, and I played on Wii U. And then I played Mario and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And, of course, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Nothing. People are basically saying nothing. Are you guys kidding me? Dark Souls Remastered doesn't count, considering it's on the other consoles. And runs better on the other consoles, too, by the way. Mario Tennis. Oh, my God. Mario Tennis. Wow. Octopath Traveler, isn't that like an old school RPG? I mean, it'll have some kind of an audience, but it's not going to be like a major seller like other games. Bayonetta 3? No, Bayonetta 3 is nothing. I'm sorry. Bayonetta died a long time ago. When Bayonetta 2 was an exclusive to the Wii U, that franchise effectively died. Because no one had a Wii U and no one cared. So Bayonetta 3 is like a non-announcement. I'm sorry. It really is. Like, I really have like no desire to play it. I'm sorry. It's truth. I really don't really care about Bayonetta 3. And that's sad because Bayonetta 1 I loved. Bayonetta 2 I thought was a decent game, but not as good as 1. Bayonetta 3 is like, it still exists. Okay, yeah, King Swag is, I think you're right. I think Smash Brothers is coming out this year. That, I guess, could be a big release or considered a big release. But outside of that, you know, what else is there? I don't know. Is there a new Pokemon this year? People are saying there's a Pokemon. I didn't know there was a new Pokemon game for the Switch coming out. I don't know. I do not know. People are saying yes now. All right, well, I guess we'll find out. You know what's going to happen is they're probably going to do their stupid Treehouse broadcast. Instead of actually being at E3 because they don't have any games to show, Nintendo will do their Treehouse broadcast and reveal like 3 games that won't have release dates. And that'll be the hype for this year, I guess. All right. All right. Well, there you go. So there's really nothing on the Switch. Bayonetta 3 and Smash are the 2 things for the Switch this year. Wow. That's pretty sad. And like I said, after Ultra Street Fighter 2, I don't even know the next time I'll be playing my Switch. It might just sit here and collect dust. That's pretty pathetic. What I would hope is that they will eventually do like a virtual console for the Switch that actually has games people want to play. Because that's the problem right now is it doesn't, you know. If it did, people would probably buy, you know, how many people still have Wii U's? They'll probably buy those games on the Switch. GameCube, if they could do virtual console games for the GameCube on the Switch, I mean, that would be a no-brainer, but for some reason they haven't done it. I don't know. All right. Chewbacca cheered. Says, when will I be playing Fortnite? Never. As I've said about 4,000 times, I'm not playing Fortnite again. I hate the game. It doesn't matter that there's a meteor. It doesn't matter that Drake played it. It doesn't matter that the game has viral popularity because it's free. The game stinks in my opinion. I don't like it and I'm not playing it again. Period. If you like the game, that's fine. Go play it. I'm not playing it, so stop wasting my time. Okay. Ringleader Man 08 cheered and said you can get Dead Space 2 on EA Access and the monthly charge is $5. Is that true? Because what I might do, that's true. If that is the case, excuse me. If that is the case, then maybe what I will do is just do that. If I'm going to play Dead Space 2, maybe starting sometime next week, maybe I'll get the EA Access Pass on Xbox One. Because I do know all the Dead Space games are available to play on Xbox One, which is cool. So probably what I'll do is just do that. Just get the $5 pass for the month or whatever. And play Dead Space 2 that way, rather than spend $20. Because I'm probably never gonna play it again after this. So, all right, Woomy Girl cheered and said, "I put $3.50. You haven't done. DSP tries it, kissing a squid." Well, yes, I did. If you did not see the conclusion of Ni no Kuni 2, that squid, that giant squid at the end, I kissed it many times during that fight, that boss fight. Maybe you weren't paying attention, but it was many kisses for that big boss squid at the end of the game. So there you go. All right. Shout out to YOLO Dapper, who says, "Wasn't Bayonetta 1 one of the games you put on the map back in the day?" Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I put any games on the map, per se. I really liked Bayonetta 1. Keep in mind, that was back in the day when I was so bad at games, I couldn't even figure out basic stuff, like how do I jump over a fucking wall. I was stuck for like 20 minutes trying to get out of the starting area of the game, you know. But I actually really liked Bayonetta 1. I thought here was a game, it perfectly combines variety of combat with quick time events, with crazy over-the-top, just zany story. I mean, giant legs, big boobs. It was crazy. Killing angels and demons. It was just wild. It was a great plot line, and I really liked the game. Oh, put me on the map. Okay, Yellow Dobber, I read it wrong. Yellow Dobber said, a game that put me on the map. I would say maybe. I don't know. Again, it was one of my earlier first full playthroughs. And again, back then, what you got to remember, guys, is that back then, no one did playthroughs the way that I did. Okay? No one. The way that I did them was raw, unedited, live reactionary commentary, you know, kind of on-the-fly improv comedy to what I was doing. Plus, I'll be honest, I was a lot worse at games back then, so to see me fail a lot was funny. So you're laughing at this guy who's sucking, and he's laughing and swearing like a sailor and having fun, just being silly, and it went viral. All the stuff I did back then got very popular because it was so different. Everyone else was doing these very serious Let's Plays. I have to be very good at this game and watch me do very well at this boss. Or this is a proper walkthrough, and here's the tips on how to defeat this guy. That's not what I did. I was very different, and I got huge on YouTube for it. I was very well known. I was within the top gamers, notoriety-wise, on YouTube back in the day for doing that. Yep, there you go. Woomy Girl cheered and asked, "Do you feel appreciated online?" Woomy, that's a very heavy question. And the reason I say that is because, as you guys know, sadly there is a group of thousands of very, very sad individuals out there who take it upon themselves to basically denigrate me as much as they can on a daily basis. They'll do whatever they can to make me look bad. Whatever is possible. Can we make Phil look bad today? And they try to do it, okay? That being said, on a daily basis, I have hundreds of people who show up to my streams, thousands of people who watch my videos on YouTube, and people come out and are very supportive. Like I said, this last week, I felt very positive with the amount of people coming out and being very supportive during my gameplay streams and the like, okay? And it's just been a really great experience overall compared to that, you know, some of the times when it's slower. And I've been like, wow, people really do care about what I do. They enjoy watching me do this. Again, you know, I kind of got reinvigorated, and I'm very excited now for the future. So, especially with all the new releases coming out later this month. Street Fighter in particular, because that is my forte, and I know I'm going to probably do pretty good at it, and people are going to enjoy watching me play that at a high level. So, you know, do I feel appreciated? Yes, I do. I do. Is it the best situation? No, because a giant group of people think that I'm like a scumbag, you know, piece of crap because of all the defamatory stuff that's completely false that's been said about me over the years. But I know at the bottom line that there's a core group of people who've actually followed me, who do the due diligence to realize all the stuff that's said about me is garbage, is nonsense. And you come back every day to my streams, you have fun here, you know, and seriously, I don't think that, what would be the reason for me to be not feeling appreciated? You know what I mean? So there you go. Reggers cheered, said, isn't Dead Space 2 free on Xbox Live Gold's free game thing? I just explained, Reggers. It ended. For some reason, it only became free like the 15th or 16th of May, and then they ended it on the 30th. So it wasn't even like 2 weeks. They just pulled it real quick. So yesterday, the 1st of May, I go to get it. Oh, it's not free anymore. I was like, what the fuck? That is really stupid. Woomy Girl cheered again. She says, I just like joking with you, some positivity. I really do appreciate you, Phil, and all the work you do for all of us, and to keep DSP Gaming entertaining, so please do not stop. I have no plans on stopping anytime soon, guys. All right, so, guys, again, a few quick reminders. If you cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, I'll give you a shout-out. Right now, we have a drive for subs, trying to hit 475, and we're at 441. So we're less than 35 away from hitting the goal of me doing my first challenge run ever, a fun Street Fighter event. It should be pretty good. Please, if you are going to contribute today and you have the option, please tip me if you can, because right now, I'm very, very, very tight on funds, and I will be until I get paid around the 10th of this month. So anything you can help in regards to tips is much appreciated right now. Outside of that, that's really about it. We're going to get started with God of War in just a second here. I guess what I'll do to end the pre-stream is to give a final shout-out to those who are the top contributors for the week. As you guys can see at the top of the stream chat, there is a leaderboard, a running tally. So, shout out to the following, the top 10 contributors with bits for the week. We've got King Swaggins in first, but only by a narrow margin. One Ton Hammer right behind him. In Sit You, firmly in third. Yusuke 14K in fourth. Then we've got a triple tie, which means this would technically be a tie for seventh. Dr. Soundwave, Knows Nobody, and MC G-Man or Mick G-Man for a triple tie. Then in eighth, we got Infinite 55. In ninth, Ultimate Boss. And 10th is Woomy. Woomy Girl. In 10th place, she actually made the top 10 leaderboard. Zebra cheered. It says, I'm still waiting for the Persona 5 playthrough to be public. I know, man. Dude, I'm telling you. I always forget. Here's why. You remind me, I finished the stream. Uh-oh, now I've got to upload videos. So I upload all the videos. And usually, if it's the end of the first stream, I immediately have to head downstairs because dinner's usually almost ready. And then it's time for dinner. And then I eat, and then after that, I'm spending time with my girlfriend, and I come back, it's time for stream. So I'm streaming, and then after that, I upload. And then, by the way, my girlfriend's going to sleep, so I, got to basically go spend a little bit more time with her. Next thing you know, I've completely forgotten. That's my day. Like, my day is hectic. It's like boom, boom, constant stuff. So I know, man. I'm going to try to remember at some point. But more than likely, I don't know when I'm going to remember before the summer. Because the summer is really when I know I'm going to have downtime enough to resume the Persona 5 playthrough. So I guess we'll see. What I'm kind of thinking is, right now I'm doing Yakuza 6, right? And I'll be doing that probably throughout the month of May as one of the nighttime playthroughs I balance with everything else. Once that's done, we'll have the Patron's Choice playthrough probably starting in June. And then once I finish with whatever that is, that's probably when I'll resume Persona 5, which will probably be the summertime. Okay? Alright, guys. So that is it. Thank you, everyone, for your contributions. I appreciate that. Let's get started with God of War. Like I said, we're at least going to check out Niflheim to start. I don't know if we're going to stay there, but I at least want to see what it is. Alright. And then I want to see what's left, because I know there's a lot of side content, and I still didn't find the third dragon. There's still at least 3 Valkyries to fight. There's more stuff to do, but I have to actually find it in the open world, so I may have to do a little bit more open world roaming. The good news is, the fast travel doors are all open now, so I don't have to sail around like an asshole anymore. I can just fast travel around and look around for that stuff, okay? So there you go. King Swaggins just cheered twice. He said, I'm going to go see Infinity War tomorrow again so I can actually enjoy it because fuck people. I guess the first time he didn't enjoy it. There you go. Alright, guys. So that is it. Thank you. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's jump into God of War. Hoorah! All right.